in, 2-a-days for the coaches, which was good. I brought the young guys out early this morning, and I thought it was good work. I like the talent that we have. We have some size on the defensive front. The young offensive linemen worked with the vets this afternoon, so I've been a little overmatched this morning, but we got a lot of good work in with the young guys. We got some talent at receiver. I like Lamar Jackson. He's a really good athlete. He's got a live arm. He just has a lot to learn. But I was impressed with his ability. I like our young safeties. I thought they did a really good job this morning. It looks like they're quick learners, and they're very athletic with the kind of size that we need. So we just have to do a great job of teaching them early and getting them ready to play. In the vets practice this afternoon, what normally happened again today. When you're in just helmets, the defense always has the upper hand. It's always a little bit harder for the offense to run block without shoulder pads on, pass protection. The defense always has a little upper hand. So we were inconsistent on offense. And it was hot and muggy in there, so I didn't like the fact that some of our guys didn't play as hard as they should when they got tired. I think that'll help us. It'll help us in the long run. But the biggest thing is you got to be able to make plays in the fourth quarter when you're tired. So we got some work to do there, getting ready for that. All three quarterbacks took a lot of reps. Have to watch the video and grade it out and see where they're at. I thought they showed some good signs, and they all had some plays that you would like to see them do better, particularly being accurate with the ball. But overall, it was a good opening day.
What do you look for conditioning-wise from your team in the first practices?
Well, it's the first day, so there is some anxiety, particularly with the young group of guys. When you split the team like this, you have to take more reps. So obviously it was hard on them today, which is good, but with the young guys this morning, they were hyperventilating before the stretch was over. So after we got through individual and they figured it out, then they came back and did better, But about the first 15 minutes, because of the anxiety, their conditioning was gone. But once they settled down, got to the next drill, they did okay. But we need to be a well-conditioned team. I know that most of our games are going to be won or lost in the fourth quarter, so it's real important for us to develop depth and be in great condition.
Is it harder inside because of humidity?
This morning it wasn't. It was nice and cool. This afternoon I thought it got a little hotter in there, a little more humid in there, but obviously we had no choice.
The young offensive line that you put in there, you said you wanted to see how they do against rankings and how fast, how are they kind of matching up? Or
they actually went against the twos, so they didn't get to go against Rankins today. I'm sure they're disappointed in that. But it's good for them. They're big and they're talented, and I'll have to watch the video to really see. But when the twos were up there, we had to do a pretty good job in pass protection. They're guys that are really eager to learn. I came out of the building the other day, and Jaron and Kenny both had their playbooks sitting on the steps studying and reading their playbooks. So I think they're really eager to learn, and they're very talented. We'll just have to see how quickly we can bring them along.
What did you see out of the running backs today?
Chandler was here. Chandler got here today, and actually he went through individual drills with us, but he hasn't been around all summer, so he didn't have a real good idea what the schemes were, so he didn't get any reps in the team periods.
What did you see out of the running backs today?
I like our running backs. I think that before it's over with, they're going to be a real good group. Obviously, Brandon is doing a really nice job running the ball. LJ and can really catch the ball out of the backfield. He probably had more catches than anyone out there today and made a couple really nice catches. He had good vision when we were running the football, and I think it's going to be a good competition, but I like our running back group.
Your day now is obviously not even close to being over. Can you kind of take us through what the rest of the day will be for the staff?
Well, we'll get in and watch the video of practice. Then we'll bring our players back tonight and have some short meetings. And then we have a walkthrough tonight out on the game field. So the acclimatization period, you get to practice one time and then have one walkthrough, which is with no footballs out there. But and on that we'll hit the situations. So again, we'll be learning and hitting different situations in the game.
So it helps in a different way, right? That's being for
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great for them because it's, instead of sitting in the meeting room learning, looking at video or watching it on the board, you actually go out and walk through it and experience it. And you get to play on defense, so you learn some of the things defense is doing. And then our defense works on different formations or different down and distance. So it's a good progression we got.
You said that you can say Pass and Smith.
Yeah, Pass and Smith. I thought this morning that they showed a lot of ability and really broke on the ball well. And I like the way they look. They look like what you want at safeties out there. And I do like their quickness and speed.
All right, guys.
Okay, thank you.